Hello beautiful faces, thanks for stopping by, whether you are new or returning. Now this is going to be a spin-off slash like a part 2 to a video that I did recently. So I recently put a video up where I reacted to gmmtv's 2026 lineup, and I kind of did it in a way where I spoke about ones that I wasn't excited for, then I spoke about my maybes, then I spoke about the ones that I was hella excited for. I was 100% going to be watching those ones because I wanted to react to the entire lineup. Now this video, I call it a spin-off and a part 2 because I'm doing it slightly differently and it's going to be a little bit different from the gmmtv video. So today's video, I do want to react and yap about some of the BLs that I am excited for coming out next year, but they're not from gmmtv, they're coming from other companies. I'm also pretty sure that none of these are coming from Change either, because Change are doing their lineup on the 26th of January. So I'll definitely make a video where I react to Change's lineup. But I'm pretty sure that a lot of the shows today, you can expect that there'll be like Mundi shows, M-Flow shows, Wabi Sabi shows, like whatever the case may be on Cloud shows. Like there'll just be shows that don't come from gmmtv. Now I'm not going to talk about every single show in this video. I just really want to talk about the ones that I am extremely excited for. So let's just jump right into it. Rightio, editing me just jumping in here because I know that I just said that I was going to make a separate video reacting to Change's lineup. However, I have just seen the lineup and they released a lot less shows than I thought. They actually only released like 4 shows, I think 4 or 3 shows, and out of those shows there were only 2 that interested me. So I am just going to chuck them in here in this video because I'm not going to make a separate video just to talk about 2 shows. That's pointless. Anyway, the first show I'm very excited for is The Grim Lover. This is a new show for Pavel and Pooh. I love them. They did Pip Ape together. They did Goddess Bless You from Death. And this is going to be their new show. And I was right because I made a video talking about my top 10 BL pairings. And I wanted them to do a fantasy show together because in my video about the BL pairings, I spoke about a show that I would love for each pairing to do. Like I would really like it if they did a show about blank. And Pavel Pooh, I did say I wanted them to do a fantasy show. I think I specifically was hoping for a vampire fantasy show just because I personally love vampires and need Pavel Pooh as vampires. So I was semi-right. It's not vampires, it's more like Grim Reaper sort of vibes. But that's fantasy, so you know what? That is really cool and it looks so good. The pilot doesn't give us much, but it gives us enough to know like the basis of what it will be about. So Pavel is like a doctor. I think he's also really depressed because I think he is standing on that building because he wants to end it all. And then Pooh is the Grim Reaper and he's basically like, yeah, it's not your time yet. Like, I don't give you permission to end it all, basically. It just looks so good. It just looks so good. And I love Pavel Pooh. They are my second all-time favorite pairing. So I'm very excited for that show. The other one is called The Crow Club. Now, this is a new show for Sila Pong. I think it's also going to be a little like ensemble-ish because Otto finally gets a partner, Milk finally gets a partner, and Pop finally gets a partner. Pop is definitely one of the oldest people that we were hoping to get a partner because he was a side character in Pip Babe Season 1. Milk came in as a side character in Pip Babe Season 2. And Otto is one of the side characters in Goddess Bless You from Death. And they finally get partners. I think, I could be wrong, I'm pretty sure it's Pop with Tidal, Otto with Venno, and Milk with New Year, but I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that that's who they're all getting paired up, and then obviously Sila Pong, and I love those two. I love those two, and I'm hoping that I will fall in love with everybody else as well. The Crow Club's
pilot thing did actually give us like a lot more. There is a lot going on in this. Like, there is a lot going on in this. I was a little confused. I think like because Otto's pair are playing a game, but are they all not playing a game? I'm not entirely sure. But it's kind of like a life or death game, I think. I'm not entirely sure. I think Pond's character is a screenwriter, and I think Scilab's trying to help him, like, get it adaptated or something. I don't fully, like, I was a little confused. And then there's this side character, this woman who's like running the show. You know, we can complete any mission, and if you don't, you're gonna have to face the consequences. You know, you got to pay for it. It looked cool. It looked action-packed, fun, but I'm not entirely sure what it's about. But I am very, very excited for this show as well, because I love Salapong, and I am very intrigued to see what the other 3 couples are going to be like, since I have seen Pop, Milk, and Otto in shows before. I've not seen Tidal, Venno, and New Year in shows before, but I'd be interested to see how all of that pans out. So that is it. They were the 2 that I am most excited for from Change. Now we're going to go back to my original video and talk about the rest of the shows.
First of all, we need to talk about the 188 group. So what this is a woman, a Chinese author who I do not know her name, so please forgive me. She wrote 11 different novels, and why it's called the 188 group is because they are all specifically 188 centimeters tall, or 1/2 of all of the MMCs, like, you know what I mean? And so she wrote 11 different novels. Apparently they are quite dark in nature, so dub these dark romances maybe, don't quote me. I've not read these. I don't know if there are English translations out there somewhere. It'd be interesting to find them and then read them. I'd be very interested in reading these stories. But she has been picked up by Thailand. I don't know who specifically she's been picked up by, but they are going to be adapting these novels. I don't know how it's going to work, because is one novel going to be an entire television show? I doubt they're going to make 11 different television shows. They might do a couple in one. They might blend a couple, so it's like an ensemble type of show, and maybe they make 3 or 4. So you could do like the first 3 get blended together for season 1, and then the next 3 will get blended together for a season 2. Or not all 11 are going to get adaptations. Perhaps only a couple will get adaptations, because they're just going to do one season. I don't know how it's going to work. There are just some possible ideas of how I think that it might work. All I know is that she has been picked up by the Thai entertainment industry, even though these are Chinese novels. But I have heard, like, I've heard rumors and shit, that China thinks it's a bit too dark for them. They don't want to adapt it. It's a bit too, like, dark for their liking. But Thailand has some pretty dark shows out there, like the Bangkok Boy, Kin Porsche. Like, they're not a stranger to dark television, so I'm not surprised that Thailand are picking this up. And I'm very, very excited for this. It will just be interesting in general to see what Thailand does with this. So I will be keeping an ear out and an eye out in this space. Next, we need to talk about Identity Zero. So this one does not even have a plot synopsis on my drama list. It literally just has like the poster, and it will tell you who's going to star in it and stuff like that. But there is no plot yet. I have seen the little teaser for it, but it's kind of just like dudes standing in front of a background looking hot. Like, again, that doesn't really tell you much about the plot. But you have men standing in front of a background looking hot, and let's be real, that kind of just grabs my attention anyway. Identity Zero, maybe it'll be action-packed, but it'll also be spicy. That's what it's giving. That's what I'm predicting. Again, I could be wrong, but like, come on, this is what I'm going to predict. I'm predicting it'll be action-packed, there'll be spice, and I will enjoy it very, very much. And yep, this is just one of the ones that I am excited for. I can't really say much about this one, because this one, like I said, I didn't have a plot to go along with it, but I will watch it. Next, I want to talk about another one that I'm heavily interested in, but I can't give you a plot or anything like that because my drama list doesn't have one. But I've just been seeing this everywhere online, like photos and things like that. I think I did see a little bit of a teaser, but I tried to find it again and couldn't find it. I do know that Corn and Donut are going to star in this one. It is called Lust. I mean, I love me a good spicy time, so you literally call it Lust and I will be watching it. You don't have to worry about that. I will 100% be watching this one. This is giving maybe more like, okay, so you know how there's a drama out at the moment called Peach Lover. It's just like, it's spicy. It kind of revolves around sex. I think that Lust will be very similar. That's what I think it is going to be about. But besides that, I can't really tell you much else. Just know that, oh, I'll be checking this out when it comes out. Moving on, I want to talk about Police in Love. This has one of my all-time favorite BL pairings starring in this. It's got Yin and War. They did Love Mechanics and they've also done Jack and Joker. I'm actually yet to watch Love Mechanics, but I have watched Jack and Joker and I loved that show. It's one of my all-time favorite shows and I just fell in love with Yin War. So I'm so excited that they are coming back for Police in Love. Now my drama list does have a plot line for this. Now this one is definitely like, it's coming like soon I think, because I have seen the pilot for it on YouTube and it just sounds like, it sounds so good. Inspector Theater's mother gives him an ultimatum. To counteract his bad luck, he'll have to marry someone born on Monday, the 13th of October. And as if that weren't hard enough, their first and last names must contain the Thai consonant Ruria. Turns out that his junior, Police Senior Sergeant Major Maccorn, was born on exactly that day. Name is prescribed. Perfect to the last item. So that just like, I just kind of sounds cool. Like there'll be like, it's giving that there will be some magical realism to this. And you know what, if anyone can pull off magical realism, I'm gonna fucking give it to Yin War. Let me tell ya. This just sounds like, it also just sounds like it's going to be so cute. I watched the pilot for it. It was giving like cutesy, but obviously that there'll be a police plotline, considering that is what they do for a living. And I will definitely be watching this when it comes out. Yin War are a couple where like I will literally watch anything that they're in. I seriously will watch absolutely anything that they are in. Speaking of a BL couple that I will watch absolutely anything that they are in, we've got Boat Note and they're doing an Omegaverse show and it is called Not. K-N-O-T. If you know what Omegaverse is, you know what Not is, and you know how diabolical, insane and perfect the title is for this show. If you do not know what Omegaverse is, please have a Google. I will not be explaining that. However, over on my TikTok, I did explain it. So if you are interested, I actually do kind of recommend my explanation over on TikTok because I explain it in a broad sense, but you can also just decide to have a Google and, you know, because I'm not going to explain that here. Just know that I am so excited for Not. This is probably like the one I am the most, out of anything in today's video, I am the most excited for Not. Like, I am just the most excited for Not. I read a lot of Omegaverse fan fiction and I've started getting into Omegaverse, like properly published BLs and things as well. And I love it. I love it. I also really enjoyed Bride by Ali Hazelwood, which was like a Western book that had nodding in it because there were werewolf characters in it. Like I love Omegaverse. I don't know why. I just love Omegaverse. So it says, something's about to be tied, bound not to break, but to last. Some knots are written by fate. Who then wears the mark of prey? Like, oh my god, I need to watch this pronto. And do not ask me how many times I've watched that 10-minute pilot on YouTube, because it's a lot. It is a lot. I've watched both the cut one and the uncut one. I've watched both of them. Like, just don't ask me how many times I've watched it, because the answer is just going to be yes. Yes, I have watched it. Yes, I frothed the entire thing. The opening scene to the pilot, diabolical. Like, are you kidding me? Oates' character in the shower, like, I'm not even gonna, no, because YouTube will take my video down if I explain Oat in the shower. But I need to watch it. I need to watch this. I just, like, a Megaverse coming to life, basically. Like, is that not the coolest thing ever? I will 100% be watching when this comes out. Next is Magic Lover. Now, I first saw a little bit of a teaser to this and was looking at photos and things. Originally, I was like, I don't know, it looks a bit silly. Like, I don't know, is it going to be a bit too weird for me or whatever? But recently, I've kind of become obsessed with this show, and I don't know. I also started watching Demundi Friendship on YouTube. I watched the most recent, which was Demundi Friendship, the third chapter. Now I'm watching Demundi Friendship, It Takes Two. Then I'll go back and watch the original Demundi Friendship. Yes, I have been watching Demundi Friendship backwards. Don't ask me why I'm doing that. I don't know. Okay, you don't ask me that. However, I don't know. Now I'm just like, for some reason, I'm excited for Magic Lover. It actually sounds like it's going to be really, really cute. And I know originally that may have been what deterred me from it. But I also found out who's starring in it. Like, we've got Ken Namping, Jimmy Om, and Thomas Kong. Like, all three of them in the same show. Do you know what it's giving? It's giving Love in the Air, how they had both Fort Pete and Boss Noel. Like you have very, very iconic people in the same show together. Like how Only Friends has both Force Book and First Cow. Like, that's what this is giving, and like, you know, A-list star-studded sort of cast, and I will be watching it. Like, I don't know, I've just automatically decided that no, I am heavily into this, and I will be watching, and like, a cutesy show I know is not like usually 100% my thing, but it's not high school, which I think is what is also making me go, no, actually maybe I would give this a go. So it says 3 wizards, Vivian, Darius, and Apia, are chosen to fulfill a quest. Every century, citizens of their realm must journey to the ordinary world to discover their true loves. If they fail to complete their mission in 30 days, they'll be transformed into animals for eternity. Fortunately, they'll each have an assistant to help them along the way. So this is a show, this is about witches and things like that. It's giving, they're gonna like find these people, but they'll end up falling for their assistant. That's what it's giving. But I could be wrong, so don't quote me, but that is kind of what it is giving. And you know what, it actually kind of just looks adorable. I don't know why. I think I was bland the first time I heard about this. I was like, oh god, no. But no, we're watching this. I was like, Thomas Kong, Ken Namping, and Jimmy Om. Like, that's just an automatic adding to my list. I am 100% watching this show. Speaking of Thomas Kong, we need to talk about Unknown Lover. So this one clearly has Thomas Kong in the starring roles. So the blurb says, after discovering my partner was unfaithful and fighting with my father, I ran away from everything and caught a flight to faraway New York in the summer. There, I ultimately met him, the person who taught me so many things throughout that period of 4 months. He taught me how to dress, how to make amazing toast. He taught me how to drink, kiss, and much, much more that I'd never done before. This one intrigues me because is this going to be like a Thai BL but it's going to be set in New York, or is it going to be like past present timelines perhaps, like maybe some of it set in Thailand and then there'll be flashbacks to his time in New York? Are they going to film this in New York, or are they just going to make sets that look like New York? Like, I don't know. This just sounds very intriguing, spicy of course, and yeah, so this is just something that just sounds like, unlike anything, because it's possibly going to be set somewhere else. Like, that sounds pretty cool. That sounds unique. I wonder how they're going to do that and have it still give that classic Asian BL that we all know and love. And I mean, surely it will, because Demundi are pretty good at doing that. But it just looks cool. It looks very, very cool. Very, very unique and different. So I'll be giving this one a go when it comes out. Next, we need to talk about Your Tuber. Now, this one is another like cutesy one, but it's giving hella rivals. So I will be watching this one when it comes out. The plot says Chopgun never expected his longtime partner to cheat and take over their YouTube channel. Determined to surpass his ex, he starts anew. First step, building a team. Surprisingly, famed cameraman in touch applies. So this is like, so this couple, they had a YouTube channel together, but they break up, and then so one like takes over the YouTube, you know, you go away. So the other guy's like, well, I'm going to make my own YouTube channel and I'm going to be better than you. And like, I don't know why, that just seems like it's going to be cute and adorable, and I will 100% be watching when it comes out. Lastly, I'm unsure if this is already out or not. This one might already be out. And if it is, feel free to let me know in the comments, and then I can go and happily watch it. But otherwise, I'm going to wait for it to come out. This is Zombievivor. This has Z in it. This has New in it. Bond's in this, and he's not even from Dumundie, which is so interesting, because I know that Bomprem just recently signed up with gmmtv because they did revamp, and they've got Plan BTU coming out next year. But why is Bon, and I would need to Google this to make sure, giving, like, he will happily freelance for other companies if need be, or if the show sounds cool. Like, he doesn't want to say no to a show because it's not from his own company. Like, that's what it's giving. I could be wrong, but Bon is in this, and he's not from Dumundie, so it makes me think. Anyways, it says, as an unknown virus spreads throughout the city, transforming the population into zombies, a group of students take refuge in a school to defend themselves against the outside threat. Their escape becomes a race against time to leave without being contaminated. That sounds awesome. So it's like zombie apocalypse. Now, the reason why I said Z is in this and New is in this instead of just saying that it was going to be a Z Nunu show is because I'm actually unsure if it's going to be a BL. And I've seen a bit of a pilot to this, and it doesn't look like it's going to be a BL, because I did not see any sort of scenes that were like Z and Nunu being any form of intimate. Like, we got no kiss scenes or anything like that. So it's giving that this one might be a little more, well, not that it's going to be more action-packed than a BL is action-packed, but it'll be action-packed, but it won't be a BL. That is what it is giving. Either way, I will be watching this if it's already out or when it eventually comes out. I have high hopes of this. I know that Zombievivor, I have heard that it's like being delayed. Like, supposedly this was meant to come out in like 2024 or something, but it just, I don't know, for some reason it didn't. I don't 100% know why there were issues. I just know that apparently there were issues. So it might already be out now, it might not be out, I don't know. Either way, I will be watching this because it sounds so cool and something unique and different. And I know that a lot of people might think that I only watch BLs because of the type of content I make on this channel, because I love chatting about BLs, but I will watch any form of Asian drama if it sounds interesting to me. I have a preference for BLs. Like, a lot of the ones I enjoy watching are BLs because I don't know why, I just like them. But I will watch any drama that seems interesting to me. I am planning to film a different type of video that is going to explain all of that, and I don't want to give it away, and you're gonna have to wait and stay tuned to my channel to find that out. But I will watch any type of drama that's interesting to me because I also love K-dramas. I watch a lot of those and things like that. So this sounds so cool and interesting, 100% like something I will check out, and so I will be checking it out when I can. Well, that is it for today's video. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, please consider leaving a thumbs up. Subscribe down below if you love a good TV show just as much as I do. And that is it. I'll see you next time. Bye!